Welcome, my tribe. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, safe, and doing well. Today's video, I am coming to you with yet another deck review. This is a deck that I saw on Baba Jolie Guided Messages Tarot channel. And I am definitely going to tag you, sweetheart, because you're truly an inspiration. And when I saw you use this deck, it's like I had to have it. Even though I promised myself, I told myself, I am not buying any more decks until 2023 sometime. You know, what did I do? It was after the last two decks I bought. I said, no, I'm done. I'm done for a while. I can't buy any more. I go out and buy another one. Just saying. And it came today. It is the Dreamkeepers Tarot. I'm in love with this deck. I have not, the only thing I've done, I was going to say I haven't opened it, because I have. I haven't gone through the cards or anything. I just took all the annoying cellophane off. You know, who wants to sit there and watch me pick at cellophane and trying to get it off? I wouldn't want to watch that, but there it is. I love it. Okay, so let's get into this. And I mean, this is a nice big box. Now watch me struggle through getting the lid off again, huh? Okay, let's take a look here. Again, you know, I love my guidebooks. I like to get the artists' interpretations, their vision for the deck. And more particularly, one of the first sections I go to in the guidebook are the spreads. Now, I mean, I've been attracted to this kind of art. This is similar to my Mystical Moments deck, which is here somewhere. You know, as you can see, I've got decks all on both sides of me, bunches of them. I've got decks underneath here. It's somewhere here, my Mystical Moments, but it's similar artwork, and I've been really attracted to that lately. On my brand new channel, Timeless Tarot, I have been using an old tried and true. Different artwork, more realistic, more photographic, a cross between photographic and art. But this deck, I mean, this was a must-have for me when I saw this. You know, I'm being attracted to more different types of decks that I just have to have in my collection. If I don't read with them, that's fine, but I love the artwork. But this one I will be reading with. I've been reading with these kind of decks a lot more in the past few months. Okay. Nice interior. I didn't even look at the interior of this box. Okay, it's just plain. But we're going to take a look at the deck. I already like the feel of this. I like the feel of it in my hands. So let's kind of put this aside for in a moment here. I just kind of want to see. Okay, they're not colored pages. It's just black and white. That's fine. That's fine for the price of the deck. Okay, I can't complain. Very nice guidebook, though. They have many spreads in here. And I'm not going to hold them up a lot because of copyrights, you know. But there's one, besides your card of the day, spin of the card of the day is this or that. This one, two. Actual spreads, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4. There's 4 spreads that I do want to investigate in this. Which brings me to my next point before I get into the cards. I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm coming or going. But, you know, I just on Halloween, I started that other channel. I probably did it out of haste, out of concern, out of, like, frustration also. But I'm going to keep that other channel. I'm going to upload timeless readings on there for the zodiac. Tarot Tales is staying. That's for my news stories, my Ukraine stories, world news, my unsolved mysteries, true crime. That kind of stuff is going to stay over there. I'm as frustrated as I am with this channel, I'm still don't have it in me to give this channel up quite yet because I worked my ass off for so many years on it. Sure, I haven't gotten anywhere with it. Not where I should be. But I'm gonna have to think about the direction that I want to take this channel in. I am open to brainstorms, honey. Anybody wants to brainstorm with me? What I could do with this channel. Zodiac readings does not work on this channel anymore. I don't know why. Daily readings don't work. I gotta figure out something. Anyhow, let's get into the deck. Okay? Okay. These are the backs. I love them. Gorgeous. Okay? Let's start from the beginning. And when I get to the suits, I'll announce the suits, and then I'll just go ace through king. Okay? We're starting with the major arcana. We've got the Fool. Now they have this called as the Creatrix. This is the Magician energy. Didn't realize that. Okay, the High Priestess is interesting. I like this kind of art. I really do. The Empress. Ooh, is she gorgeous. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Interesting, they have... It looks like a female as the Hierophant. Very interesting. Sassyscorpiontarot might use this deck too. I'm not positive. The Lovers. The Chariot. A little bit more traditional for Chariot. Strength. Hermit. The Fates. Okay. Instead of the Wheel of Fortune, they call this the Fates in this deck. Justice. The Hanged Man. This is a gorgeous hangman. Death. Interesting. You don't have the white horse and stuff like that in this death card. Temperance. I like the depiction on this when I hold this up, and I'll tell you why. Has a lot of puzzle pieces on this. It's putting the pieces of the puzzle together. This is almost like a fragmented situation that trying to heal and put it back together. And it takes time to build a puzzle. I like that. I like that. Ew, the Devil. Dancing with the Devil. The Tower. Okay, This is a little bit different also, because it has all the lightning bolts and stuff on the inside, not in the surrounding environment. So this is suggesting that personal tower. I like it. Okay, the star. I like this one too because this has like the character's face covered up for the moon. Illusions. Okay. The sun. Oh, this is like very romantic. She's grabbing a face in the sun and they're just looking at each other. Judgment. There's a resurrection there. Yep. And the world. This is very interesting for the world. It has it's kind of modern in a way. It has all these dots and connecting them. Almost reminds me of the internet, to be perfectly honest. People connecting through the internet from all over the world, all parts of the world, staying connected. That's not the traditional meaning of the world card, but that's something that adds a little bit of something to this particular deck. You know, when I read with different decks, this card, this world, for instance, I get different vibes, different messages from different artwork, different decks. That's all part of being an intuitive reader. I get this connectivity here. And yes, opening cycles, closing cycles, opening up connections, new connections, closing connections, cutting connections off. Okay. Now we are going into the wands. So we have the ace. And the 2. She's leaving something behind there. You know, there's a mirror there. And it's the backside. It's either a mirror or a doorway. Ah, it's a doorway. It's like the doorway from the past. Leaving that behind. I kind of like that. There's the 3. There's the 4. There's the 5. Oh, the 6 of Wands is a perfect depiction. You know, that enjoy, the feel-good energy. She's enjoying herself some grapes. The 7. There's that defensiveness, yes. I almost feel like a bully type energy when I look at this card. Like I said, different decks have different vibes in their artwork. 8 of Wands. The 9. What's interesting about this 9 of Wands is that the wands are parted, if you look at that. So it's not like a full-blown blockage, but it's carrying on. Yeah. The 10. Oh, okay. So now we're going in. Okay, the court cards must be behind. Because like I said, I didn't look at these cards quite yet. So now we are going to go into the cups. Ace of Cups. Two. Three. Four. Five. I like this one. Very much childlike. Children, siblings. Six. Memories. Seven. Eight. What's interesting about this Eight of Cups, if you look how small those cups are, it kind of makes it compared to the woman in that Eight of Cups. You know, it's like these cups are insignificant. They don't matter anymore. You know, it's, I want more. I deserve more. I like the very good depiction here of that, of the harnessing the energy of the Eight of Cups. Nine. Oh, there's your rainbows. Of course, most Ten of Cups have rainbows. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Ten of Cups. Now we are getting into the swords. Not the easiest suit to deal with, right? Ace. The two. The three. Now this Four of Swords is interesting, because you know how it is rest and rejuvenation, taking a time out, a pause. The person in this is not laying on top of a bed or anything like that, but underneath the surface. Almost like maybe in the ground or underwater. That brings out that additional message of something being dead, potentially. Another version, you know, we have the tens that are endings. We also have the death card, death card, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords. Three cards that could indicate an ending, a death. The Ten of Swords to me, yes, could be a death of something, something being over, pain ending, ending something that was painful because of a betrayal. You know, there's the different aspects, but that adds an added layer to that card. Okay, I don't always read the Four of Swords as a death, more as a timeout, a pause. Okay, something necessary in order to recharge our batteries, per se. Now we have the Five of Swords. The Six of Swords. This Seven of Swords is interesting. Traditionally, you see the character carrying 5 swords. She has all 7. I get messages from that also. Mentally holding on to something. Mentally afraid of losing. Yes, it's self-doubt and stuff like that. Dude, but it's almost like I need to hold on to this. I can't lose this. You know, a different vibe, like I said, because of the artwork. Then we have the 8, encompassing, entrapping. The ships can't get out, so they think, but there's a big wide opening right in front of them. Very interesting. Okay, 9. I think the 9 depicts entrapment really, really well. And anxiety. Now here's where we have the 10 of Swords here. She's laying on top of the swords. That gives an added layer also, that almost like a self-imposed pain. You know, willingly to lay on those swords. Instead of her being face down and the swords come from above there, has been stabbed in the back. Just saying. Different energy, different vibe. Now we're at the Pentacles. We have the Ace. Beautiful card. And the 2. The 3. Now this 4 of Pentacles is interesting also. Has a scale of justice in it. And he's not, this character's not like holding on to that pentacle. You see a lot of the 4 of Pentacles where they're holding on to close to their heart. His heart's wide open in this card. But he's got the scales on his shoulders. And he's weighing things out, and he's got 2 pentacles under his feet. So it's to secure his footing. This is more about security. And the scales to me is representing something long-term, something deeply rooted, but then there's a book and a mask on the other side. So there's a lot of messages encompassed in just this one card. I could already see this 4 of Pentacles being very powerful in a reading, depending on what the other cards are around. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles. The 6. Seven. But she has a pentacle in her hand. She started to pick her crop. 8. This is very much a classic depiction of the 9 of Pentacles. Very Rider-Waite type. You know, just the depiction, the symbology, the archway, you know, very, very traditional to me, the 9 of Pentacles. Nothing that I haven't seen before. I mean, it's a beautiful card, but nothing over the top like some of the other cards that I've seen already in the deck. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. This one's also a little bit different, because you get the sense you got the 10 of Pentacles, but you also have almost like a clouds, like a dream. You know, that, let me hold that up again. If you could see that. Yes, I will say that a lot of traditional meanings will apply to these readings done with this deck. But in addition, there's additional layers to that onion that had been added. There's been growth in my expansion and understanding just with this deck. Okay? Some meanings to some of these cards I would not have considered with other decks. Just saying. Now we do have the court cards. Finally at the court cards. Okay, we have Wands first. The Page. The Knight. The King. And the Queen. Okay, I will continue this in a moment. I have to get somebody off to work. Be back in a flash, in a blink of an eye. I'm back. Now we're at the Cups. We have the Page. What's unique about this one, it's not, there's a take on the fish here, okay? It's like a mermaid or merman type, you know, we don't have a character looking into the cup and looking at that fish. He is the fish. Very interesting. Okay, then we have the Knight. The King. And his counterpart, the Queen. I don't know what kind of art style this is. I know there's a name for it. It's not steampunk, but it's Victorian. It's, I would say Victorian, maybe? Am I right? What kind of art style would you consider this? Comment below. Okay, then we're at the Swords with the Page. If you look at this page, she is looking, she is investigating. This is almost like hiding behind the wall type thing. What's so-and-so up to? What are they doing? That's spying energy. Now we finally get a horse in one of the Knight cards. And it's very appropriate with the Knight of Swords. He's charging. He's charging forward. Then we have the King. Very distinguished. Very distinguished. I love this for the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. You could, because when you, what do you think of when you think of the Queen of Swords? You think of somebody who's analytical, somebody who's critical about things, who, yes, can be judgmental, but in a fair way. She wants to be fair. She is about justice. She is Libra energy. And what else is she? You know, she suppresses those emotions just like her counterpart, the King. But she could be cold as stone, cold as ice, or so what some people be like a heart of stone. There you go, hon. There you go. I like this Queen of Swords. I do. I can relate. Believe me, I can relate to that. Okay, then we have finally the last, which is the Pentacles. There's the Page. And the Knight. The King. And the beautiful Queen. This is a gorgeous Queen here. I mean, if that doesn't say mother, I don't know what does. So, I think I am going to enjoy this deck. I gotta love new decks when they're stiff, huh? You know, it is a pretty stiff deck right now. It needs broken in. Needs a little bit of love. break the fibers down a little bit so it's easier to shuffle. This will probably become part of my regular rotation. I have a few decks that I use quite a bit that are in my regular rotation. Then there's a few that comes out to play once in a while, like the Thelmic Tarot. I haven't used that in ages, but she came out. I've been using her on the other channel for timeless readings, Celtic Cross readings. And she's been talking. She has been talking. I mean, it used to be one of my absolute favorite decks. She's an old-time favorite. She's like an old friend that you pull out once in a while. That you get busy doing other things, and then you run into that old friend. You sit down and talk for a while. It's kind of the same energy with her. But yeah, I need to break this one in. I thought I'd pull a couple cards just to see. That's why I'm shuffling. Pull a couple cards. Let's see, this book had this or that. Let's take a look at that for a second. Right up here in the front, this or that. A spin on a card a day reading. For this spread, shuffle, fan out the deck, face down, and draw 2 cards. Turn them over, consult their interpretations in this book, and reflect on what each card is telling you. Once you have a sense of their messages, choose one of them as a symbol for the day you wish to create. The card you've chosen is now your card of the day. That's interesting. I don't fan my cards out very often. I like to do this. Look for the jumpers. 4 of Cups. We've pulled the 4 of Cups. Yeah, that's not being satisfied with things that have happened. It's kind of like the mood. It's a melancholy mood. But it seems, the universe is like handing something out. I can relate to that completely. And our other card is the 8 of Pentacles. You know, I am taking this as a personal message for myself, and it may be for a message for one of you if you are still watching this. You know, may not have been satisfied in your career choices or in the direction in which your career has been going, your work has been going. And I'm seeing these 3 of Cups as my 3 tarot channels. And not really being happy or satisfied with anything. But I get this energy of not giving up. I think the universe is telling me I can't give up right now. Not to give up. That there is a blessing coming towards me. The universe is going to come through with a cup that is full. And I have to stop focusing on what I don't have monetarily. Work, continue to work. Eventually it's going to pay off. But there needs to be a plan. What's underlining? The Fool. Taking that risk, taking that chance, going with it. Innocence, it's also at the beginning. So, I see where this is. You know, this is a new journey. And rebranding even this channel. I'll keep it Tarot. But I need to figure out a twist to it. Maybe this will be a teaching channel. Or for reviews. I don't know yet. I'm going to continue to do my lives here. But that is I feel that is a very personal message to me. I have not been happy with the results and the growth in this particular channel. And Spirit is asking me, am I really going to turn my back on all the work that I've put into this channel? Am I really willing to give that up and start completely from scratch? It's not saying with that Fool card, it's starting completely from scratch is bad. But with these 3 cups here, you know, there's a 4th cup coming, an opportunity. Maybe failed attempts. They're empty. Maybe that cup is going to come and fill the other 3. It's a gift from the universe. So I think that something is coming. Well, I am going to end this, I was going to say reading. This is not technically a reading, this deck review. Right here. And I will see you guys later. I will be on live. Today is November 2nd, 2022. I'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Will this video be edited and uploaded by then? I don't know. I'm going to try. So I will see you guys later. Love and light.